right, hey, how's everybody doing? Now we got the little technical difficulties out the way. Hi guys, thank you guys for showing up today. My name is Dominic Green. I'm with the Driven Realty Group, Carol Williams here in the DFW market. Today we're going to talk about how to buy a home in this seller's market and beat out the competition. Basically, when we come about this webinars, we had a lot of requests from friends and just people just we've been talking with and networking with on how we were getting our offers accepted and they weren't. So what we want to do here is just kind of share some of our insight, our thoughts, and some of the things that we do differently to help our clients get a home, get accepted in this very competitive market. So kind of the talking points we're going to want to start with today is we're going to talk about the market conditions. Then we'll talk about things as far as being prepared, mindset, putting yourself in the seller's shoes, and then a couple of things that we do differently or that we thought of that helped our clients get their offers accepted here in this competitive market. One thing that we do pride ourselves on is basically providing solutions you need for the results that you want. And in part of that service, we're going to be upfront and honest, and we're going to do the best strategy that we believe in conjunction with your needs to get the things that you want. So without further ado, let's have a discussion here. What I'm going to do is share with my screen here. All right, so that's a little bit of the promo there. All right, so let's talk about the current market conditions. What you're going to realize is right now in most areas we're in a seller's market. One of the things that kind of puts that in perspective is, or makes that happen is that there's a lot more buyers and very less inventory. Typically, anything under about 5 months worth of inventory is considered a seller's market, and the majority of markets that are in the DFW are in that situation. We mostly focus on the area south of I-20 here in DFW, but we've helped clients as far as north as Louisville, and as far as east as Rockwall. So, I mean, we're going to go where our clients want to be. So that's one thing. So like I said, there's basically more buyers than our available homes. So there's a lot more competition for the best homes. For example, we have the client, as we work with, mainly sellers and some buyers, is that we had a client that we just sold their home in City here in 5 days. Through our unique strategies and proactive and aggressiveness as far as marketing, basically all that hard work, we created a great buyer value to where we had 27 offers over the time period, had like over 70 plus showings for the home. And the offer that we took was basically around ones that were about 10% over asking. So there was a lot of buyers looking for a home, and there was a lot of competition for it. So you kind of got to be prepared for that. And if you have a great agent, they'll kind of tell you what to expect. So let's talk about preparation. One of the things that's very, very important that we always suggest and we always are adamant about is having a buyer's consultation with an agent. During that consultation, you get familiarized with the agent, get to understand your experience and what their goals is and what their mission is, so you got to be on one accord. During this buyer's consultation, you as the buyer, you want to understand and get out and understand what's the most important things that you regard as far as having in a home and what are bonuses. Meaning, what we do is we look at what are the 5 must-haves in the home. Okay, now there's no such thing as a perfect home. Even if you built a home, which if you try to get everything that you want, will be very, very expensive. So there are limitations, and even if you think you built the perfect home, there's always something else that you feel like you should have added. So with that understanding, what we do is if we can find a home that narrows down to basically gets to 3 out of the 5, that's going to be the home for the client. You also want to talk to the agent and get an idea what their experience is dealing with multiple offers. If it's their first time, obviously they're not going to have any experience. If they they work with sellers and they work with buyers, and you get a kind of perspective of both sides, which we do here at the Driven Realty Group. And we dealt with multiple offer situations on both sides of that as well. Another thing that we highly stress is get pre-qualified, not pre-approved, but pre-qualified. What that basically means is that the vendor has looked at your finances, looked at your credit, and based on that assumption, believe that you're a great candidate to get approved for a loan. And then also what that's going to do is, when you submit your offer, it's going to let the seller know that, you've already been through that process, or you have a high likelihood of closing on the deal. And then you understand in your perspective what you guys can afford, okay? And also don't look at homes that are out of your price range and just waste your time. You could be getting into homes that you can't afford and that are the best homes in that price range. We prefer to work with lenders that make decisions in-house. So the lenders that we work with or partner with aren't big banks. Just from the standpoint is that it takes a little bit longer to get those loans approved from our understanding and experience. And we want to make sure that we want to reduce that time frame. We want to make our case as strong as possible. You also want to make sure you understand your financial situation. Do you have the money for the down payment? Do you have a little extra savings for reserves and that situation as well? And then you also got to understand, the seller's mindset. Put yourself in their shoes. If you were selling your home, what are the things that you want? The most amount of money, the best terms. Some homeowners need to move quickly because they already got a home under contract. You just want to kind of put that in perspective, so that way you can work with your agent and tailor the best offer possible to get accepted. And then, we didn't put it on here, but you also want to make sure you have the mindset. This process can be frustrating, can be all the emotions, happy, sad, angry, disappointed, and so forth. So you definitely got to make sure that you're fully motivated and committed every day to go out there and look. So that basically leads into what we talk about next is be proactive. When a home becomes available that fits your criteria, set an appointment date. Don't delay. I mean, understand circumstances happen where you can't go look at it, but your agent, if he's a good agent, like we do here, we actually go pre-screen these homes for our clients to make sure they're not wasting their time. We're also going to be proactive in sending the clients listings ahead of time, which in some cases for some agents that doesn't work. They're relying on their buyer to send them listings, but we try to be proactive and send them listings that we think might fit the criteria, and we're always networking. We're always looking for off-market deals. That way, we just try to see if we can get a jump. So you want to kind of make sure that the agent that you end up getting with is being proactive as well, just as you're being proactive. Okay. Case in point, because of the location that we work in, there's over 400 plus agents. A lot of times deals get done before they even hit the market. So, you never know, that seller just could be looking for a quick sale, doesn't have a lot of traffic, a lot of people in their homes. So you want to kind of make sure that agent is doing what they can to kind of put their best foot forward and get you guys into a home. Another thing is, would you have that active agent? They should have during the consultation, kind of showing some statistics as far as the number of showings at the price points that you want to stay within regarding your financing, so that way you have an idea of kind of things to expect as far as people looking for a home in that price range. When that home, sometimes these homes, they'll come in the market, they'll have showings and they'll have an open house, stop by or have the agent stop by just to kind of gauge as far as how many people are interested. You also want to kind of make sure that your agent is reaching out to the other agents, see if there's any offers on the property or pending, and what's just the status of maybe get insight, to the actual seller's mindset as well. Okay, so what that basically leads to now is ways to improve your odds. So to go back to our most recent example, where a client that we just sold their home in CBU, we were asking for a certain amount for the property. Now, let's just use the example that the seller's asking for 140. Given that you've made aware of how competitive it is, you looked at the home and went to go view it, kind of what some of the downfalls are of the home and things like that. You want to offer a competitive price. So sometimes they may be offering up to 10% over asking. If you have cash, you know, that could be a competitive price where you offer what they're asking a little bit more, but you have the ability, because you're paying cash, you don't have to worry about the appraisals and things like that. So it just really depends on your financial situation, but for most people, they're using financing. So you just want to make sure that your price is competitive. If your agent is suggesting that you offer full asking, and you know that there's been other people looking at the property, or you got a sense that it's a very good property, which like I said, great homes don't last long. Our property for our clients on the market for 5 days. So you probably don't want to offer what they're asking. More than likely, you're going to want to offer more. Okay. You want to look at the competitive terms. For some people, it's not always about the money, which, for some it is, but you also want to structure to where your terms are very competitive. So what we always encourage our clients to do when we're formulating our strategy for the property that they want, we're going to put a larger escrow deposit. Some people put 1%, some people put less. We're going to put a substantial amount. So for example, again, we're going to a $140,000 home. If our clients have financial with the capabilities, we're going to ask them, hey, let's put, $2,000, $3,000 in escrow, just to show that the seller that we're highly motivated and we're definitely going to stand out from the competition, and we would like to be selected for the home. We're also going to have in our terms of shorter option period. Some people, and most people put 14 days, 10 days as far as option. In a competitive market, you want to have it shortened to 5 to 7. What we do is we like to kind of have the people that we recommend for home inspections on board as far as what's going on, so that way they can kind of have space and time available. So if we can, once we get our offer accepted, we want to be scheduling our home inspection right then and there, so that way we can make any necessary adjustments or arrangements going forward, um, so that way our buyers can make the best decision for them and not be stuck with a home that they really don't like, or the faults that they just can't accept. Reduce repair requests. So, one thing that we emphasize on when we're looking at these homes, we're going to look for the major instances. We're going to get the seller disclosures. What you want to do is look for things that stand out that might be a concern, but the things that you can kind of live with. So what we expressed to the sales agents in the past is that, hey, we looked at the home, barring our home inspection, any major issues, we don't foresee us requesting any of the little tic-tac, knick-knack things that most buyers would want. And from our experience, we know that sometimes that they'll send an offer that's over asking, but they're going to hammer you as far as um, request repairs and credits and things like that to bring themselves back down the price that they were actually wanting to pay. So, you got to kind of be aware of that, because we ourselves be aware of that. So you kind of want to reduce that and just kind of know yourself what you're getting into. But, barring any major issues, you kind of want to tailor yourself and let the sellers know that you're not looking to be that person. Seller contribution. And again, this goes back to your financial situation. Um, what we've done in some cases that we didn't ask for any seller contributions, and our clients were okay with that. Some people say the standard is 3%. We'll offer a little bit less than that, since that's the standard, since what most people are going by. You just want to basically give the incentive and show that, so at the end of the day, they're going to net the most amount of money in a reasonable way with a competitive offer from you. We've offered to pay the seller's closing costs, their time policy, taking that, and again, it goes back to your situation financially. We're going to pay their closing costs. We also offer to pay for their moving costs. You'll be surprised that a lot of these homeowners are needing to move to out of state, or maybe down the street, around the corner, to a home that they already have under contract. And just that offer, we're willing to help pay for that moving truck. We're willing to help pay for those moving boxes, and things like that. Goes a long way, and it really shows that you are interested in helping them as much as you want them to help you, and select you to be the homeowner of their new home. And most importantly, humanize your offer. To this day, working on the sales side with homeowners, you'll be surprised how very few people will write a personalized letter. So what we advocate and we are big proponents here at the Driven Realty Group is humanizing our offer and submitting a letter. And this letter is going to basically describe, our situation, why we love the home, why they should choose us, and going back into, summarizing with the terms and things like that into our offer. Um, a, a lot of times that separation of that letter and being touched by that letter is what got us ahead of the competition. And sometimes we didn't offer the most amount of money, but that letter separated us from everybody else. Another thing that we are proponent on is having lender contact the seller or seller's agent. Let them know that they looked at our buyer's financial situation, and that there is a high probability that, barring any unforeseen circumstances, that our client will be approved. And then, get in contact with the seller's agent. A great agent will be, trying to figure out different ways to ask a question to get, more information about the seller situation. If your agent's done research as far as possibly they bought the home for, they would know that ahead of time as far as if there's a really thin margin that definitely is about money. If there's a huge margin of equity, it might not be so. But, you want to make sure that yourselves, your agent is doing what they need to do and being persistent in contacting and promoting and pitching you as the best candidate for the home. So all in all, our overall strategy and mantra is we're going to put our best foot forward every time we give your offer, especially in this environment. So that if for some reason we don't get the home and we get beat out, it's not because we didn't give our best and we felt like we left anything on the table. We gave it all. So that's something we're a big proponent of. And at the end of the day, never give up. Like I said, buying a home has a lot of emotions involved with it. You just got to stay committed, stay motivated to the process, and believe in your agent. Hopefully, he's good again, a good agent, he or she, that they're putting your best interest forward to help you get your home. I've been through situations where it's taken, 6 months, 9 months, 1 month, 2 months, 1 week. We've been through it all here at the Driven Realty Group, so we understand the emotions that are involved. We always try to prepare our clients for that and let them know that, hey, the next house, because we missed on this house, it probably wasn't the right house, but this next house, if we get accepted, it is the right house. And 9 times out of 10, that's how it worked. The client that we battled with to get them into a home, the home that they actually finally accepted turned out to be the right home. They didn't settle just because they just wanted a place to live and they were giving up and feeling tired and in the whole process. So, one thing is you gotta stay motivated, never give up. Your agent should be keeping you motivated, keeping you encouraged, and they should be doing everything in their power. Because at the end of the day, the only thing you can control is effort, enthusiasm, and energy. Everything else is out of your control, and that's what we believe here at the Driven Realty Group. So, in closing, if anybody has any further questions, concerns, comments, you need help, you feel like you're not getting the best service, whether it's buying or selling, feel free to give us a call. My phone number is 281-804-9185. That's my direct cell. You can call the office, sometimes at the office. Mostly I'm being active and out and about. If you're a first-time home buyer and you want to know some of the programs that are available for first-time home buyers, for those who need assistance, send me an email or email just if you have any questions at thedrivenrealtygroup@gmail.com. You can also visit my website. And that way you can get access to all the latest and newest listings that come available. So again, guys, I do thank you for joining me today and being a part of this presentation. We plan on having more presentations later on. Thank you guys again. If you have any questions, let us know. Again, have a great day.